So for you personally, what do you feel like this team is going to need to do to top what you did last year? And I feel like it's hard because when you're going into the year, do you feel any pressure to match last year's success, or do you feel like this is a new team, new goals, or what does that look like? Because I feel like sometimes it can be hard.
For me, new team, new goal. I mean, what we did in the past is in the past. We can't bring that into next season, but just doing everything we did last year, keeping things the same. We got to win the big games this year. It's a big thing. I've been trying to tell everybody during workouts, we got to win the big games, and whatever it takes to do that. If that's working harder, a little bit harder in the workouts, if that's studying a little bit more film, just a tiny more fine-tuning things. That's all we got to do to take that next step.
Looking back last year, are there moments that you want to take and you do want to bring into next year to learn from? I know you guys only had 2 losses, which isn't very many, but do you feel like you've had time to now reflect on last year's season and see what maybe happened in those games that you can fine-tune going into next year?
Yeah, definitely. The games that we won, I felt like we controlled the whole game basically, but it's like those big games when things aren't going your way, a critical third down or something, and you got to make a play. I want to be that guy to make that play. I didn't make the play I needed to last year, so I'm like just being there when the team needs me to be there, and that's for everybody, and doing that in those tiny moments where you need to the most.
Welcome back to The Player's Perspective, a podcast hosted by Mackenzie Holmes and powered by Hoosiers Connect. As the official NIL collective of IU Athletics, Hoosiers Connect provides exclusive access to IU student athletes, offering fans an inside look at their lives both in and out of competition. Tune in weekly to hear stories and perspectives from the incredible athletes that make Hoosier Nation proud.
Elijah, thank you for coming on today.
Of course.
I feel like I have to address the nickname that you've been given this season, Waffle House. I always wish I had a nickname. I never got a cool nickname. So do you want to go into how that started and kind of stuck throughout the season?
So really, it started while I was at JMU. It came my dad said it really first because I was doing good, and he was just like, "You're always open," but I never really said anything of it. And I think it was during camp or something. I had a little press conference here, and they were like, "What's your nickname? What's your nickname?" And I'm like, I don't really have a nickname. And then it just popped in my mind. I was like, Waffle House, because I'm always open. And I go on Twitter a couple hours later, and everybody's loving it.
They loved it,
and
yeah.
And from there, it blew up. So now I go out places. They're like, Waffle House. But it's good. I'm blessed to have a nickname. But
yeah, and it's a cool nickname to have, too.
It's not bad. We need a Waffle House around here, by the way.
That's been I've heard that a lot.
I heard that there was one before, then they
I don't know if that's
tore
true.
it down or something.
I've been here a while.
It may have been before your time, honestly.
That's a long
time ago. Someone told me that. I don't know.
But I've heard people talk about Bloomington needing a Waffle House. Yeah. So maybe you can make that happen.
I don't know if I got the pull for that, but we'll see.
NIL is crazy. You never know.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're in the off season right now. So what's that look like for you day to day throughout the week? What's it look like?
Pretty chill. Just workouts in the morning. Wake up like 8. I'm a new dog dad, by the way.
Okay.
I got a dog, so wake up in the morning.
What type of dog?
American Bully.
Okay.
I wish I could show y'all her. I wish I could y'all
right here.
Pop a clip or something.
Right here. What's her name?
Cece.
Cece is gonna be right here. I've heard a lot of new dog dads on the team this year. We had Aiden talk about his dog dad experience. Yeah. Have they met? Are they friends?
Nah, they haven't. They needed me. KT, I think he got like a baby Rottweiler. So there's a couple new dog dads on the team that definitely got me. I took her to the dog park last week. A couple of the football guys were there. She was getting ran over by the big dogs.
Is she like a puppy?
Yeah, she's like 3 months. So
okay, so she's probably gonna get a little bit bigger then.
Yeah, for sure. She's already growing crazy fast. But
how is that? Being a dog dad, trying to find a balance between.
So far it's been good. Just wake up in the mornings, walk her. It's good because it puts me on the schedule. I feel like I got to be on my stuff just so I can take care of my dog. But it's been good. Like workouts wise, off season wise, I have workouts in the morning. School after, and I really just be chilling. Want to add? I'm about to start doing Pilates and stuff.
Okay.
So I want to add that into my routine. But off season is good. I love the off season. Really focus on myself.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you can pick up new things, new hobbies in off season. So that's going to be Pilates for you.
I've never done it before, so
I've heard that's great, and I think that'll help you probably a lot going into like your professional career too.
Yeah,
being able
people
to
be saying.
yeah. So dog, dad, and Pilates sounds like a pretty productive off season. Have you started any other hobbies? Do you cook?
Nah, not really.
No.
I've attempted to cook.
Reading or anything like that?
Nah, I used to be a reader as a kid, but I haven't read a book in a minute. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really
other than when he's in school.
Yeah. I'm a video game guy. I go home, play the game a little bit.
What game do you play?
2K, Madden, Call of Duty. Just rotate between them.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys all play together? Do you feel like?
Some of us do. There's a lot of people who do play together, but we don't play together all the time. I have some friends back home I'll be playing with. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good way to stay connected.
Yeah.
So off season, I know that a lot of the new transfers and freshmen are now here.
Yeah.
How has that been? Adding them to the mix? Do you feel like everyone's gelling, or what's that look like?
Yeah, most def. Of course, it's harder in the winter just because you don't really know everybody. But for the most part, offensive skill, we've been gelling good together. When they ask questions, I answer them, and it's a day by day process getting them comfortable. But so far, it's been good.
Do you feel like now that you have a year here under your belt, you're really taking like the next step for yourself in a leadership role?
Yeah, definitely. Last year, I was trying to be a leader just because I was one of the guys from JMU, but you're new to the area and everything, so you're still asking the Indiana guys like what's going on around here. But now I'm comfortable here, so it's been a lot easier to be more of a vocal leader and really show people how things are supposed to be done. Is
that naturally how you are? Are you typically the type that's a vocal leader, or are you more of a lead by example and being vocal is kind of out of your comfort zone?
Yeah. I feel like I've been more lead by example guy, but these past couple of years I've been trying to be more vocal just because I feel like I got to being who I am and all that. But it's a learning process. I try not to step on everybody's toes too much. I know a lot of people don't like that, but sometimes you got to as a leader, and I'm learning that.
Yeah, I feel like it can be hard sometimes trying to find the line between saying too much and not enough.
Exactly.
So it's a really hard balance. Yeah. I've found, especially, you don't want to say too much and overwhelm, especially a freshman who's brand new, but you also have to make sure you say the important things.
Yeah, facts.
But that's awesome. For yourself personally, where do you want to see the most growth going into next year? I know you're doing Pilates and taking care of yourself, but what's that look like for you for taking a next step?
Really just focusing on my body even more. Cut out fried foods this year, so I've been doing my best trying not to eat fried foods.
Has that been hard?
It has been hard. I have a gift card to Wingstop's like $500, and I can't even use it. Can't even use it. So if anyone wants to go out to Wingstop, I got y'all. But
you don't want to keep it just in case?
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it just in case. Maybe I have like one cheat day or so. But right now, I'm trying to stay away.
And is that just like a personal decision because you want to feel your best, or what went into that decision?
So last summer I did it. Like the whole summer I ate no fried foods, and I feel like it just changed my body in that short amount of time and had me feeling good. So I'm like, why not start now earlier and then just see where it goes.
Do you
from
still
there.
Eat sweets?
Yeah, that's the one thing.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever give up chocolate.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm a big. You ever have honey roasted cashews before?
No.
You gotta try them out. They're great.
That's what you eat for a sweet?
Basically. I mean, of course, I crumble cookie. I had that this past weekend. I'm a big crumble guy, but I put a couple pounds on me, so
maybe crumble can come out with a honey roasted cashew cookie. Would that not be good?
I don't know if that sounds good right there. I'm sure I'll try it, but I feel like everything at Crumble's good just because they're batter or dough.
Yeah, it is good. So do you feel like each year you try to make a new, I guess, like sacrifice?
Yeah, I'm trying to because I feel like that's just only gonna make you better. Why not add something small? I just look at what I see the best athletes doing and I try to mimic that. But I really don't 100% know everything about it. But I'm just trying stuff right now.
So for you personally, what do you feel like this team is going to need to do to top what you did last year? And I feel like it's hard because when you're going into the year, do you feel any pressure to match last year's success, or do you feel like this is a new team, new goals, or what does that look like? Because I feel like sometimes it can be hard.
For me, new team, new goal. I mean, what we did in the past is in the past. We can't bring that into next season, but just doing everything we did last year, keeping things the same. We got to win the big games this year. It's a big thing. I've been trying to tell everybody during workouts, we got to win the big games, and whatever it takes to do that. If that's working harder, a little bit harder in the workouts, if that's studying a little bit more film, just a tiny more fine-tuning things. That's all we got to do to take that next step.
Looking back last year, what are there games, are there moments that you want to take and you do want to bring into next year to learn from? I know you guys only had 2 losses, which isn't very many, but do you feel like you've had time to now reflect on last year's season and see what maybe happened in those games that you can fine-tune going into next year?
Yeah, definitely. The games that we won, I felt like we controlled the whole game basically. But it's like those big games when things aren't going your way, a critical third down or something, and you got to make a play. I want to be that guy to make that play. I didn't make the play. I needed to last year, so I'm like just being there when the team needs me to be there, and that's for everybody. And doing that in those tiny moments where you need to the most.
And I feel like what was most impressive was the fact that you guys were able to make that transition from being at JMU, although you had a lot of the same players, the same coach, it's still a transition. You're going into a new conference, you're seeing new faces day in and day out. So explain that transition for you, going from James Madison to Indiana, and what went into the process of deciding that you wanted to be a Hoosier?
Really started. I didn't think I was going to be a Hoosier at all. Really, I thought I was going to graduate from JMU, but things happened. Our coaching staff came here. At first, I wasn't sure. The transfer portal rule was only like allowing one-time transfers to do it, but they allowed 2-time transfers to do it. And then immediately, I was like, I knew this was a good spot for me, just because comfortable with the coaches and strength staff and everything. And came up here and they told me everything I needed. So that's the decision from there. But transition-wise, I started at a FCS school, small FCS St. Francis, and then transferred to FBS at JMU. So that step wasn't too. I just always believed in myself. At the end of the day, I mean, I feel like I can compete with everybody. You go out there, there's gonna be like those 1 or 2 players. You're like, oh yeah, they're really some dudes. But I feel like everybody else, they're just regular guys out there, just playing football just like me. And that's just how I approach coming to Indiana and the Big Ten, great conference, great teams. But I just go out there and play.
It seems like a common theme with the team is that everyone has a level of confidence, but also has a chip on their shoulder as well. So would you say for you it's coming from St. Francis and then transferring to JMU, is that your chip, or what do you think is your motivating factor for yourself?
Definitely that. I was overlooked a lot in high school just for whatever reason. I feel like people still overlook me to this day, but yeah, I use that as a chip every single day. My family, that's a big motivation. Got for the family tatted on me, so I do that for them every single day, and those are my 2 motivations really.
So your family, talk about them a little bit, what they mean to you and how they've motivated you. You said your dad gave you the nickname of Waffle House, so talk about their influence in your life and how it's translated to football.
Great influence. Come from a football family. Both my 2 older brothers, they played football their whole lives, and then I started when I was 5. My dad played. He played D2 football in college, so I've been around the games for as long as I can remember. They're smart. They know the game in and out, and they help me. If I ask them, like, well, what do you think about this game? We talk about it, and I want to be here. I want to be where I'm at right now. Without them, they're my support. They're my backbone, and I love them and appreciate them a lot.
So talk about your recruiting process. Obviously, coming from St. Francis to JMU, now to Indiana. What was it about Coach Sig that made you have buy-in? Because, there's so many transfers right now, and people transfer for different reasons. But clearly, Coach Sig must have been very influential to you to want to follow him here after already transferring once. So explain your relationship with him and maybe how he's impacted you.
I feel like we're pretty close. I feel like we got a lot closer coming to Indiana just because we talk a lot more. But just what he says, he does. He's the same person every day to me. And then, like, of course, he's going to give me the ball. Appreciate that a lot. He told me that. And just, we had a good relationship. He kept it real with him. He kept it real with me. I kept it real with him. He talks to my family. So it's good. If all transfer people, all high school kids, I would recommend here just because he's a real dude. A lot of coaches, they're not going to tell you the real. And I feel like that's a big thing for me and a lot of other people, just keeping it real with you, you know. And he does that.
For sure. And I feel like in the recruiting process, you hear coaches tell you what you want to hear, and even if it may not always be true, from what I've heard from Coach Sig is that he will probably do the opposite and humble you a little bit. So do you have any experiences or stories where he's giving you the truth, or maybe another coach is giving you the truth even though it might not be what you want to hear?
One time, I was thinking about this before I came on here. I was at JMU, so coming into JMU, my grades weren't that good. He had to get me in, and my first semester at JMU, I didn't do very good. So it's the summer. I just get a random call from Coach Sig. I'm like, what up, Coach?
Yeah, that's never good.
Facts. It's like random summer. I'm just like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Just calls me. He's like, what's going on? He's like, and then cusses me. I was like, you know, you're not that good. You know, you need to get your grades up. We don't need you. It scared me a little bit. I'm like, oh man. I get off the phone. I'm like, should I tell my mom and dad what he just said to me? Then to tell them that, because I ain't want them to be like, get your grades up.
Right.
But I got my grades up next semester, and then everything was that. But that was a little humbling. But so you gotta do that sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like especially when you're transferring or going to a new place, I feel like somehow the standard has to be set.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It seems like he does a great job of setting the standard in every occasion.
Yeah.
I've heard Aiden was telling me that even in lifts and running and whatever it may look like for you guys are always competitive. Do you feel that every single day when you're even in film or lift, that there's just a heightened sense of competitiveness in everything you guys do?
Yeah, always. On runs, I'm always out there yelling, encouraging everybody to compete. Just have a competition breeds excellence, breeds a lot of good things. In the weight room, we ask how much weight you putting up on this rep, and then we try to do it together on like receivers and stuff. But yeah, it's competition and everything, but that's good.
Has it always been like that since JMU, do you feel like?
Being younger at JMU, the older guys set a great example. I came into straight competition, straight good vibes each workout, and that's a great thing about here. We have good vibes, you know. On our conditioning days, we have music while we're running, so just good times. We know the work's gonna pay off, so I mean, it's like might as well get to work and do it.
Right, and I feel like if you're having fun with it, then it makes it go by faster, by easier.
Way easier. If you're dreading it, you're gonna struggle. So
right.
you gotta enjoy it.
That's why a lot of people end up transferring, is because they lose that love for the game. But it sounds like there's no room for that here, because everything you do, you're enjoying yourself, you're having fun. So that's really exciting, and I'm sure when you do this and when you leave here at IU, you'll know that you've done everything you can to leave that mark on the younger guys, and they're going to continue to breed that culture as well.
Yeah, you got to.
So when you leave IU, what do you want people to, I know they'll remember you as Waffle House, but how else do you want them to remember you as an athlete, as a person?
Really?
I know it's a deep question.
Really just being a good guy. You know, if you see me out in public, I'm the same guy you see on TV. I try to be. And just, I put my time in every single day. I want people to know that about me. I clocked in every single day and did it the right way. And that's what I try to pride myself on. And hopefully I can leave that mark.
Now, talk about the fans. Like you said, you want to be the same in person as they see on the TV and in the interviews. Have you felt like the fans have taken you in when you're out in public in Bloomington? It's a small community, so do you feel like they've been receptive to you? What's that been like for you?
Yeah, definitely. The stuff that I see like on social media, I turn my notifications off, but the stuff that I do see, they show love, and then when I see them in person, they show a lot of love, trying to take pictures, just trying to chop it up with me, and I appreciate that always. I never thought that I would be a person that people would be like, let's take a picture, or I love you a lot. So it's great. I love the community. I didn't really know how the college town was until I really got here, but now I love it here. They support you a lot, so I appreciate them.
And in games, try to the best you can, explain what it's like to play in front of the crowds that you've played in front of this season.
It's crazy. Just the love support at a home game is crazy, but seeing the fans travel with you to an away game is great. And then I love being in a hostile crowd just because it's just fun making a play and then having all the fans yelling at you.
Yeah.
Like, I won't lie, Ohio State is probably the loudest game I've been in.
Wow.
Just from the first play, as soon as we went out there, your ears are ringing. You can't hear anything, but it's great. I can't imagine what like NFL stadiums are.
Right.
It's probably crazy.
Right. And I feel like you've been able to experience having that home field advantage here as well, which as someone who's been here a while, it's never been like that.
Yeah.
So like I had never seen a sold out Memorial Stadium until this year.
Yeah.
So do you feel like the fans give you an extra push and momentum when you're playing here?
Most def. When those hard times and games get close and you just hear them yelling, you like, man, I don't want to fail for them.
Right.
And it just gives you that extra adrenaline, that extra go in your mind to keep pushing. So
do you have a game or moment that sticks out to you the most, or just one of your favorite moments playing here this past season?
Maryland sticks out to me just because it was raining, and I feel like the fans stuck the game out there, and I feel like that's what kind of like flipped the page. After that, it was straight sold out crowds and stuff, but that was like the starting point for it. I feel like just sticking with us through the rain, through the whole game, sitting in the crowds. So we appreciate that a lot. Little do they know.
And do you anticipate the fans and to be continuing to support consistently throughout the season? Because I know last year it was kind of like they wanted to see, and then they realized what y'all were capable of, and then it just like skyrocketed from there. So do you anticipate that to continue to be the case for this upcoming season?
I mean, really, it's on us. We go out there, put a good product on the field. The fans are going to show up, and I feel like we're going to do that this year. So we keep doing good. They keep showing up, and they can go from there. You know.
What are you looking forward to most for this next season?
Just improving on next year. Of course, my goal is win the conference, win the Natty. That's everyone's goal. But just keep on stacking them days, keep on improving on things that we did last year.
And I feel like it's one thing to say you want to win championships, right? But to actually have the pieces to do that is a whole different ball game. And I feel like that's something that you guys are capable of, and to even say that you're in the conversation, I think just speaks volumes of what you've been able to do at IU. Because I mean, 2 years ago it was just like, hope we make a bowl game, but now the standards are just so much higher. So do you feel that pressure, or do you feel like it's just another day, and every single day you're just going to come in and work as hard as you can?
Yeah, so just another day in the office each day. Just as long as you clock in, clock out, put your time in, everything will be good. I tell people that on game day. It's just another day in the office, man. You're just going out there having fun. So no pressure at all.
Do you have any pregame superstitions, things that you do? Are you superstitious?
A little bit. I used to wear the same pair of underwear each game day, but we kind of lost, so it's like not really.
How many years did that?
No, not this. Probably like 2 years, I'll say. But
wow,
just the same. I had the same pair of Ethicas I got.
What is that?
Underwear brand.
I thought that was something different.
No, but
so you don't listen to any like specific music or?
Nah, I have a playlist, but I try to start my mornings off like with gospel. I just recently do that. Shout out to Coop. He gave me a playlist, Omar Cooper. So I listen to gospel in the mornings now. Try to, and then as we get on the bus, like start traveling to the stadium, then I turn on like my regular playlist, but. Nothing crazy superstitious.
Are you listening to, so you listen to gospel, are you listening to high energy music, or do you try to listen to calm music?
Both. I prefer a little more high energy just to keep waking me up a little bit in the mornings, but I'll listen to both for sure.
Nice. Well, to wrap things up, is there anything you want to talk about? Just your experience at IU, just your first year here, talking about the fans, or anything that you've experienced this year that has stood out to you the most?
Really just the love and support from the community. Before the season, people were talking about, we're super excited. You don't really know. I used to get in Uber rides going to the airport. They talked to me the whole time, like, man, we're so excited for you guys. We just hope you guys do good. And then everything fell in place, and it was crazy. But I'm just appreciative of everything that I've gained since I've been here. I'm blessed. Got to thank the man above for being here, and just hope things continue to do good, man. I appreciate you guys. How's it been being a podcaster?
Oh, it's been a blast. I've been honestly having so much fun getting to know athletes that I feel like I know you, but we've really never sat down and have a conversation before. So it's just been awesome getting to hear your guys' perspectives.
And last question. So are you like full-time podcast? Are you done with basketball?
I'm not done with basketball.
Okay, that was going to be my question. I was going to say, how is it transitioning?
But I'm a GA for the team right now.
Yeah.
And I got knee surgery, so hopefully soon here. I don't know when this podcast is going to be released, but hopefully going to sign a contract for training camp for the WNBA and start my pro career.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's going to go good.
Thanks.
It's going to go good day by day.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Elijah, for taking the time to be here today. I'm sure everyone's going to love hearing your perspective.
Yeah.
We hope you loved this episode of Players Perspective. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Stay connected with Hoosiers Connect on social media for even more exciting content featuring IU student athletes. Until next time, Hoosier Nation.